Today, I want to take you through Article 6 on the Digital Bill of Rights. Article 6, right at the bottom of the page here. The right to digital privacy and data sovereignty. Personal data belongs to the individual and may not be collected, stored, or processed without freely given specific consent. Okay, so that's quite self-explanatory. That's point 1. Point 2. Data minimization is a constitutional requirement. Only data strictly necessary for the specified purpose may be collected. So, effectively, minimal data should be collected on you by any organisation, public or private. So I have a Nectar card. They inform me that they look at what I buy, and therefore when I get offers on my Nectar scheme, they are in line with items that I might buy. Now, that is minimal data that they have about me. They don't need any more than that. They see my buying preferences, obviously, because I utilise their app, and I also scan. So I scan the produce and I go through the till. So they have data on my preferences when it comes to possibly the maker of the stuff that I'm buying or the type of stuff that I buy. Now, that's minimal data and that's absolutely fine. Anything more than that is not needed. Point 3. No public or private entity may create behavioural, financial or social scores tied to identity. So you cannot have your identity tied to the fact that you smoke. You cannot have your identity attached to the fact that you like to go out down the pub on a Saturday night. That's out of bounds under Article 6. All personal data, including anonymised and pseudonymized or aggregated data capable of re-identification, remain subject to these protections. Data processing techniques that obscure but do not eliminate individual identification do not bypass consent requirements. So I've explained anonymized and pseudonymized before. Anonymized is completely anonymous, not known. Pseudonymized is assuming a name, like a pseudonym. And we talked before, I think it was back in Article 2, about pseudonymous would be you utilising a username on X and it not actually being your official name. So all personal data or aggregated data capable of re-identification remains subject to these protections. Maximum data retention periods must be specified, minimised, and strictly enforced. Data must be permanently deleted when no longer necessary for its original purpose. Now, we kind of have this in place when it comes to the data protection. The data protection is you have the right to your data. So maximum data retention periods must be specified under Article 6. Personal data protected under this bill may not be shared with foreign governments, international bodies, or private entities except under the same warrant requirements that would apply to domestic use. International agreements and data sharing arrangements must comply with these protections. So if any of your biometric data is taken and it's utilized and it's identified or it's re-identifying as the data, your personal data is protected under this bill. So it cannot be shared. It cannot be given to any other agent or agencies, whether they're within this country or not. And it has to be destroyed after a period of time, as in the clause above. So the effect of this, it blocks the infrastructure needed for digital ID, CBDCs, tracking, social credit style systems, and international data sharing without proper safeguards. So Article 6 puts the safeguards in place for your data that is actually used, but it keeps those under that article, it keeps those safe. So that was Article 6.